Hi, this is me at the beginning, Tanyka. So before we head into this episode, I do want to preface that the first half of the episode is a little bit choppy. I did the best I can to edit to make sure that it's flowing, but there might be parts of it that you struggle to understand or don't flow as easily, but not to worry. The second half or so ish of the episode is a lot better, it's a lot clearer. We really want to get this episode out to you. We didn't want to not do it. So I'm just forewarning you. I'm going to jump you right in now into the episode. Hope you enjoy.
What's up, everyone? This is the Next Take podcast with Mikel and
Romana,
where we have conversations on different topics. So today, Tanyka is not here with us, but she is here in spirit editing this episode. So just say hi to Tanyka,
Hi, Tanyka.
So it's just me and Romana here tonight. As we're recording this. So we're here to talk about the Canada's federal budget of 2024. Are you excited, Romana?
Yeah, excited to talk about it. And excited for. I'm glad this is out. Yeah. I guess it gives Canadians a better understanding as to what's expected.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. So basically, it's been out since like April 16th, so it's a couple weeks now.
Yeah.
So as we record this might be out. This episode might be out probably in May or or mid-May or later May. I'm not sure when Tanyka's gonna finish editing this episode, but yeah, it'll be out on this podcast. So yeah, so on today's episode, we are going to be talking about the Canadian federal budget once again, 2024. This is our first time talking about it.
Yes.
So it won't be the last at all. There are 8 chapters into this federal budget, but we're just going to be doing 3. So would you like to say the 3, Ramona, or no?
Yeah, so for today, we were just going to focus. It is a huge federal budget. There's a lot of things in it, like as you mentioned. The 3 main topics that we are going to be speaking about is Chapter 1, the hot topic of everyday conversation is affordable housing, of making more affordable homes in Chapter 1. The second one is lowering everyday costs, as well as economic growth for every generation.
Mm-hmm.
Those are like the 3 main subjects that we're going to be talking about today.
Okay. So let's get on with it. Okay, so we're going to be talking about the first one. More affordable homes, right? That's the first
Yes.
one. Okay. So so they have it in bulletin. So basically 1.1, 1.2, and then 1.3. So 1.1 is basically building more homes, and then 1.2 is making it easier to own or rent a home, and then 1.3 is helping Canadians who can't afford a home. So we're just going to go into building more homes, and then what it says here in the federal budget of 2024 is I'm just putting building more homes, building enough homes to restore fair prices and make sure everyone has a place to call home. It's going to take a team effort of all orders of government, federal, provincial, territorial, municipal, needs to work together to remove all barriers to often slow down the construction. Is that true? Is that right?
Yeah. Yes. That is the part of their goal, at least for the, yeah.
Okay. So the slow down construction of new homes, this includes working together to overcome financial, zoning, and regulatory barriers. Already, the $4 billion housing fund is cutting red tape across the country, with 179 agreements with municipal provinces, territories, and enabling the construction of over 750,000 new homes over the next decade. Wow.
Yeah.
750,000 new homes.
And that's all over the country, right?
Yeah, that's all over the country. The next decade it's working, so we are topping it up with 400 million to build new, faster and more communities. Under a new Canada Builds approach, the federal government is offering to partner with provinces, territories that launch their own ambitious housing plan, with federal financing to help rapidly increasing housing supply for Canadians in every province and territory. Interesting. We must use every possible tool to build homes at a scale and pace not seen since the Second World War. The federal government is announcing a range of new measures to make the math work for home builders to unlock the lands needed to build new homes. But red tape that holds back new construction, attract the trained, skilled workers of environment ways to build more homes faster. So, what did you think about that, Romana?
Hi, what do I think about it? Honestly, in my opinion, okay, there's so much politics, right? We hear about the Ontario government. Yeah, so we hear about the Doug Ford situation on top of building homes. I think this is great. Overall, in regards to this plan that the federal government has released, I think it's okay. I mean, yes, there's going to be people that disagree and agree, but from the looks of it, reading upon it, and zoning everything out, I think it's okay. Like, it's going to take time when you factor in like getting the permits, the workers, and all the jazz to build a home. It's going to take time. Is it late? Yes. When you think about the current population Ontario faces with I mean, yes, we need migrant workers. I'm not against it. Like, my parents are migrant workers, you know. But when we see the students that are here, international people that are here, there's so many of them, not enough homes. So in an aspect, I could say, yes, it's late, because in 10 years from now, will there be more people coming in? Are we just going to stop people from coming in? Like, what's the growth? These people tend to have families, right? So ideally, it's great. It's glad that in 10 years that we'll be making a lot of homes. However, there needs to be an expressway, you know? Homes need to be built right away.
Okay.
Which they are, right?
Yeah, they're building a lot of homes in the next decade, so like, that's pretty good. So. Yeah. So what they have been doing, key ongoing actions, the Affordable Housing and Act, which is making it less expensive to build new homes by removing the GST on purpose-built rental housing projects. So they've been doing that. Over 40 million through the apartment construction loan program, which is providing low-cost financing to build more than 101 new rental homes across Canada. So they've been doing that too. Over 14 billion through the Affordable Housing Fund to build 60,000 new affordable homes and repair 240,000 additional homes. It's pretty cool. four,
Yeah.
4 billion through the housing makes transformative changes by removing zoning barriers and ramping up housing constructions. The housing accelerator fund, I don't know if I pronounced that right, my bad, is
Accelerator? Is it accelerator?
there we go. Accelerator fund is already fast tracking the construction of at least 100,000 homes over the next 3 years and more than 750,000 homes across Canada over the next decade. So I'm guessing that's their projection, what they think that's going to happen in the next decade. And then unlocking 20 billion in new financing to build 30,000 more rental apartments per year by increasing the annual limit for Canada mortgage bonds from 40 billion to up to 60 billion.
Yeah. It's a big one. It sounds good.
Yeah, it sounds good. Yeah, it sounds very good as well. That's basically the summarize up for, affordable. Let me just go check that again.
For building more homes. I think that's what their aim and goal is.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if this is this the last budget? I know there's a fall one. This fall statement will come out in 2024, but is this their last budget before the next election, or is there one more year? Is he here for 2025?
I think the next election's in 2025, I believe. I think, yeah.
Okay. Because the States is this year in October, right? I always feel like ours is always a year after them.
I think so. Yes. It's
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people. I see a lot of people going against Joe Biden on Twitter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I actually haven't followed up. I know I would watch CNN with the residents, and during the time a lot of they're always talking about politics. It was back in October where the whole Hamas thing started. Well, it's always been here, but anyway, so I would hear a lot of the politics, but I'm like, this is too much because it's so confusing. Because again, we're dealing with Trump and his lethal battles, right?
Oh yeah.
Right? Then we have Biden, and then people like him for the student loans, but I don't know anything else that Biden has done. So yeah, it's a hot topic.
Are those the two are only debating? Are those the only two, or are there more?
There are more. There's more, more people.
You're just not.
But they don't get the media light, in my opinion, the way Trump and Biden does.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I figured. Because I think they're smaller and.
Man, they're in the debates, right? I just don't remember their names. I don't care.
Yeah.
I forgot to put. It doesn't. Okay, it'll affect me one day, but I don't know. The structure is so different because we didn't how. I don't know. Do we get taught American? I don't know what we get taught in school. If we learn more about the American history of how the politics works there, but here I'm more focused on. If you know me, I'm focused on Ontario politics and Canada politics. So it's funny compared to the other side.
Yeah, so it is
yeah.
Sure. When it comes, whatever happens, and most likely,
yeah,
us
basically. Yeah.
So
yes.
Sorry for getting off topic, guys. So the second, well, technically, it's going to be the third chapter on the federal budget of 2024, but affordable groceries. We're supposed on that, so that's
yeah.
So what it say on the federal budget 2024 is that the government is taking action to build out of groceries and make life more affordable. The cost of pressures Canadians are facing start with the price of food. No matter if you're is paid off, you have managed to hang on to an affordable. Is that true?
Well, so what says no matter if your house is paid off, you managed to hang on to an affordable apartment for years. Hey, I can tell you right now from my personal experience that I moved into my apartment in the west end of Toronto or northwest back in 2016. My rent started at $1,200, and that's just rent. That's without the parking and stuff. 8 years in, my rent has gone to $1,700 for a 2-bedroom. So it's still not bad compared to what's the average cost right now. A lot of it is due to AGI in Ontario. I don't know. Yeah, to me, it's a lot. I think 1,200 is good for 12. Too small. I think 1,200 is a good price. I mean, for a 2-bedroom. But I would say it has increased really badly. I don't like that price, and that's with parking that I'm paying $1,700 for. Yeah. So yeah.
Crazy. Yeah. My last apartment. Yeah, it was 4 years ago. I lived in an apartment on my own, and I believe they raised the rent from, it was $960 to $1,000.
Wow. Is this 1 bedroom or?
It's 1-bedroom apartment with a little room.
Okay.
But it wasn't the best.
Yeah. Was this your first apartment?
Yeah, it was my first apartment, but I made it like, you know.
Go ahead. Yeah. I feel like everyone's first apartment's always a trashy apartment. Like,
yes,
my apartment is my first apartment, and I hate it, but you know,
I made it. I try to make it work.
You try to make it work, but you still hate it deep down. You do.
I actually kind of liked it. You actually like it was my ex-girlfriend that didn't need it.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, yeah, cherish it because, like, it's my first apartment. I'm gonna make it work. Doesn't matter if you hate it. I like it. So
yeah, I hear what you're saying.
So
it's simplicity. But yes, back to it.
Yeah. Okay. So where was I? You have.
So we're talking about if the in terms of inflation and grocery prices and apartments being more affordable.
Yeah, affordable.
Yeah.
Okay, so affordable apartment for years, everyone's paying more money for grocery. Launches a national food program which will help ensure more than 400,000 children have the nutrition meals they need to learn and grow, as announced in the chapter 2. So I'm guessing that's been announced in the budget. So how do you feel about that?
Yeah. Okay. So how do I feel about that? Okay. So in terms of national food program, I think it's a great idea. And again, like I can tell you this from experience, me, I hate making lunches. At least for my daughter. But it's like the breakfast club, like my daughter right now, she's in the before and after school program at school, and that gives her morning snacks and stuff. It helps me out because right now I'm currently in subsidy. And with subsidy, it helps. I'm not paying the full price. So having that funding helps lower income families. I just want to see it in action.
Okay.
Right? So I couldn't see much information, but I don't know how much. You can say 400 children, you can count the amount of people, but what's it going to cost? What's going to be subsidized? What's going to be able to actually help the children, right? Like, who come, like, especially if you have a big family. But yeah, that's my take for it. I'm all for it. I just want to see the numbers and how it's going to roll out. And here's the thing. Again, because we're in Ontario, there's a lot of back and forths with the federal and provincial government, right? I want to know if there's going to be a time where Doug Ford actually agrees to it and he doesn't cut back on that funding,
Right. Okay.
So I don't know if that's all answers your question.
Yeah, well, for me, I just want to see lower prices lower price.
Yeah, of course. Have you seen the price of cheese? I don't even buy cheese anymore.
Why?
Cheese is a luxury.
Yes, it's expensive.
Mhm.
Else is expensive. I go to Dollarama for my groceries now compared to bread.
Yeah.
Bread is expensive too for $7.
Whatever happened to like the lawsuit of the bread thing? Do you remember that they've been overcharging with bread and then they took the people that make the bread to court, and now Canadians are supposed to receive like a rebate because
Yeah. But you never received a rebate though.
no, that's what I'm saying. Like whatever happened to that? And you know it's funny because I think have you watched Law and Order?
Yes. No. Sorry, I haven't. No. I haven't.
Okay. There is an episode, I think it was like 2-3 weeks ago, where they actually talk about this bread situation.
I think I heard something with that. But...
And at first, as the episode started, I thought they were talking about Galen Weston, but but then slowly into the episode, midway through, they're talking about the bread competition, how they've been charging consumers X amount of money for bread.
Right.
And then obviously, like in that storyline, whatever, someone gets killed, etc., they win the case, both go to jail. However, where's my rebate check? And how much are we receiving? I remember last time when I signed up for it, it was like a $5 rebate check, which is nothing, whatever. But hey, I still want to know where it went, or if it's still coming.
I think it's still coming. I think it's coming.
Yeah. But anyway.
I think they're still doing the whole rebate check, but like they did one. Didn't they do one last year? I put this one
For the bread or for the food?
Not for the bread, for like grocery rebate.
Yeah, they did a one-time grocery rebate back in 2023. I think this was in 2023 April.
Mm-hmm.
It would be nice to have it again.
Will it happen again? Do you think it's going to happen again this year or not?
No.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to happen this year. No. I'll be shocked if they do. Thank you, Daddy Trudeau. Thank you. But no, I think right now there's so much backlash going on in regards to money that's getting distributed all over in this country. It's the least of their concern. And I think that's because everyone's upset with the carbon rebate. It just doesn't make sense. So if they have to throw on, I mean, they can nicely sugarcoat another rebate, which is the grocery one. I will forget about the carbon. I don't care. Give it to me, you know? But because the carbon rebate is so stupid right now, people are just upset and sour.
Is that has to do with something with the carbon tax? Because I don't understand.
Yes. Okay, so basically... So essentially, it's if you live in the provinces that carbon tax have been increased, you are, if anyone's listening to this, correct me if I'm wrong, you are entitled to a rebate check. Now that rebate check is just a small amount that you're receiving, depending on if you're single, you have dependents, whatever. That price ranges up to like, I think $248 a month, or in a year it's like 2%, look around $800 to $1,000. But I think this year they have increased it to 2,000.
Oh wow!
Or 1,000 or to a 2,000. I can't remember which budget that is, but later on, I think it's in one of, I think we're in chapter 3. Yeah, it's stated here about the carbon tax rebate. Hold on, I actually have it right here. Yeah, 2,160 to family of 4, and that's more detailed in chapter 5. In regards to the carbon rebate. And it's, again, sorry, I'm just going to read this off right now. It says, making life more affordable and cutting pollution with Canada's carbon rebate, which ensures 8 out of 10 families in province where the federal fuel charge applies gets more back than they pay, with lower income families benefiting the most this year. The carbon rebate will return up to 2,160 to a family of 4, as detailed in chapter 5. Yeah. So it has gone up from what it was last year. But again, you're going to be constantly, if you don't drive, right?
No, I don't drive.
Okay. So I drive, and I drive a car that takes about 5 liters, and it's going to cost me about $100 to fill a tank up, if not more. Now.
So does that happen or not?
Sorry?
Left you or the
Hell no. Honey, back during COVID, gas prices were like 64 cents, right? So now it has nearly, if not tripled the amount. I lately don't, because my car is all broken, I just hit 10 liters. And, now 10 liters used to cost me $15. Now it costs me $20 to hit 10 liters if I'm lucky on a good day.
yeah.
And I'm a PSW, and I had to quit my community job. I had to get my job in Markham because the carbon tax was way too much. I found a job in North York. Well, I've been there for a long time. And that's the only way to find a job where I can park my car, and I cannot do community work anymore because that takes gas. A full tank can only last me 3 days. So imagine spending like $300 to $400 a week for gas. And an average person right now can only make an average person right now takes about 8 hours to make $100, right?
Mhm.
So yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
So it's a lot.
Okay. So going back onto
Yes.
So
We touched based on the rebate check, and did we talk? So you go ahead. Like, are we gonna go straight into like
yeah, we still want to talk about the affordable grocery.
Yeah.
Budget 2024 also has advanced work to cut costs for farmers through greater interoperability.
Sorry, interoperability.
Interoperability. Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah.
Equipment, regardless of the name. Yeah, these big words.
Honestly, no need.
So ongoing actions that we have done in the past. So like delivering the enhanced quarterly Canada work benefits payments 4 times a year. Has that happened?
Yes, that's my favorite one.
Okay, so the lowest paid and often most essential workers with a family receiving up to $2,739 this year,
Yeah.
plus an additional $821 for workers with disabilities. So
yeah. So last year was the first time I received the Canada's advanced worker payments.
Mhm.
Quarterly? Is it quarterly? Every 3 months or whatever. It's whatever.
Yeah,
I got
quarterly. Yeah.
It's quarterly, right? I received about 400, right? So that's just an extra $400 back into my pocket every 3 months, which I'm very thankful for. However, it works out. I obviously I'm entitled to it, but it helped. And this year, I think when I was filling out my taxes, I noticed that I was getting the full amount. So like it went from 400 last year to I think I'm getting, I could be wrong because obviously it hasn't updated on my CRA account yet, but I'm at like 700. And that's good money every 3 months. I could take a trip.
Congratulations.
But again, like, don't get me wrong. I busted my ass. I've been working and it's crazy. So I don't know what I want to know is the cap. At what tax bracket or income bracket do you no longer receive these benefits? That hasn't been, because I want to, so again, it talks about lowest paid, right?
Mhm.
What is considered lowest paid now, since everything is inflation and there's no livable wage, right? So who are you considering lowest paid? Hence me asking, if anyone's hearing this, what is the income bracket for no longer receiving this benefit, right? Yeah.
You want to do some research on it?
Yeah, I can too.
Well, I'm just doing some of this.
Yeah, I'm gonna, let's see.
So the second one is making life more affordable on cutting pollution with the Canada carbon rebate. Shores 8 out of the 10 families in provinces where the federal fuel charge applies to get more back than they pay, with lower income families benefiting the most. This year, the Canada carbon rebate will return up to $2,160 to a family of 4, as detailed in Chapter 5 of the Canada rebate, the Canada federal budget 2024. So, if you guys want to know more about that, it's on Chapter 5 on the Canada federal budget.
What I just found out is that to qualify for the ACWB, which is the Advanced Canada Workers Benefit, individuals without children must earn less than $33,000 in all provinces except Alberta, Quebec, and Nunavut. To receive the Advanced Canada Worker Benefits payments in these provinces, a taxpayer without children must earn less than $29,000 and in Quebec, and then less than $58,000 in Nunavut. Wow. That's a big number for Nunavut.
Yeah, it is. Wow.
Yeah. So the maximum, so what I also see is the maximum basic amount for it is, so a maximum basic amount for the Canada Worker Benefit is $1,428 for a single individual. The amount is gradually reduced if your adjusted net income is more than $23,000. No basic amount is paid if your adjusted net income is more than $33,000. So have you ever received it or no?
That's why I haven't got any.
You make money.
So, yeah, that's probably right. I was like, how come I don't have any? Interesting. Don't you make more than 23 or 30?
You would think, right?
No,
I do that too. Like, but then again, like, this is off topic, but my friend recently just sent me a picture that a PSW made it on the sunshine list. And I was shocked because right now we make minimum wage. I make minimum wage when it comes to PSW work. I'm not getting the $25 or the $23 or the $3 top up. I'm not getting any of that. I am under 20. So but like you said, like, I don't know if you saw my tweets. It took me to work 120 hours to get a $2,000 paycheck.
Wow.
So yeah.
That's crazy. Wow.
So to put it into perspective, I work a lot, but it doesn't reflect that much.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
You should be like screaming to your bosses, I want a bonus right now.
We're not unionized.
Oh, really?
So it's hard.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's another thing, right? PSWs are not regulated workers. Registered workers. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay. Something new I learned today. Okay. So moving on to the next. They're basically delivering the goods and service tax GST credit every 3 months to support lower and modest income Canadians with up to $496 this year for a single individual without children. That's me, basically. And up to $992 for a family of 4, and temporarily doubling the GST credit for 6 months in 2022 of fall. I don't remember that one. Do you remember that one? Did that double? If I remember.
What year are we in? I think it did, maybe.
24.
I can't remember. I don't know about the doubling part.
It doubled in 2022. I just don't remember if it was 6 months or less than that.
Yeah, I 2020. Listen, life has been a blur between 2020, 2021, 2022. If anything, I'm only starting now to remember my life.
Okay.
Trauma, COVID, PTSD. Yeah.
So, delivering the grocery rebate. Oh, yeah, okay. Everybody remembers this. which provided up to $467 for a family of 4 to 11 million Canadians and families in July 2023. Kind of didn't really help, but
Yeah.
thank you for the for that.
So again, it's that conversation of like, I am super grateful of receiving it.
Oh yeah.
However, it's not enough.
Yeah.
But thank you, Daddy Trudeau.
Hey, you're funny, Danny Trudeau. Okay. So tackling shrinkflation, that's what it is?
Yeah.
To upload the food size and qualities that Canadians expect, the Office of Consumer Affairs is leading this work and has launched research projects to investigate and reveal price inflation and harmful business practices that reduces the quantity and quality of groceries. Is that true? Do you think that reduces the quantity and quality of groceries?
Yeah. Okay. Because again, shrinkflation sucks. Okay. I don't know. I buy this thing in the grocery store. It's like this Cracker Barrel mac and cheese mix. I could have sworn during COVID, the packaging was around 660 or 560 grams. Today's day and age, it's 300 grams. And I am paying more for less. That is a bad business practice to me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
Shrinkflation's mad real, man.
Okay. All right. Passing the Affordable Housing and Grocery Act, which includes what's his word? Amendments?
Amendments.
Amendments, oh my god. To the Commission of Act and enhance competition and help stabilize prices for Canadian, particularly in the grocery sector, by giving more power to the Competition Bureau to crack down on unfair practice by large dominant companies, which drives up prices. We're looking at two Loblaws,
Shoppers,
Walmart.
I love Fortinos, but I'm gonna call out Fortinos too.
Yeah. Walmart used to be good. Walmart used to be good with lower prices. Now they're greedy. What?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. They treat their employees like garbage, and they need to bring back price. I think me and Walmart will be best friends if they bring back price matching.
Oh yeah, they stopped doing that. They stopped doing the price matching. I don't know why they stopped doing it, because it seemed like people are like scamming them or something like that. I'm not sure.
I think this is the best time to drive consumers into the store, price match whatever you want, because at the end of the day, you want to have more customers. You're gonna get customers to buy more items from your store, so you can continuously get more supplies and make more money. I don't know. I'm not a business person.
Yeah, well, I do agree, but like, no frills hasn't been that bad. Do you think no frills has been that bad?
I hate no frills.
Oh, really?
I'm not a no frills girlie. I cannot get me to step foot in that store. Okay, I've stepped foot in that store a few times because my boyfriend likes shopping there.
Yeah.
Can't get me there. You would have to pay me to go into that store. Yeah. I don't know, maybe because I'm biased. When my mom works at Walmart, I'm very the way I do my grocery shopping, I'll buy like my box food from Walmart, my produce from Longo's, buying produce from I'm talking about before inflation, bougie Romana. Because the produce from Longo's was more fresher and it lasted longer and I could trust them. Buying produce at Walmart is just not going to last in my fridge anymore. Looking at it now, I miss shopping at Longo's, honestly. My food lasted longer. It was great. It was fresh. It was treated with care. When I come from Walmart, it's all bruised up and nasty. I hate it. Yeah.
I always pick the bananas at I
think they're not bad.
Loblaws versus Frills.
Yeah.
But Loblaws has more quality than the ones in No Frills, to be honest with you.
Good to know.
Yeah. So that's a thing that I do every single time.
Yeah, good
But
to know. Now I'm gonna look at the differences.
but the spinach is expensive on both areas, like over $6. Holy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean the PC points is helping a little bit, but otherwise
Now, sorry, I'll cut you off. I heard, like, have you ever gone to like the Chinese store to buy groceries?
Pacific Mall or
No, like a Chinese like supermarket. Anyone?
Yes, I have.
Do you find that the prices are completely different than the main chains?
Yes. They
For the better or for the worse?
feel like at times better, but
Yeah,
there's
and quality too, right?
yeah, there's some iffies in the
Yeah,
there's some iffies like the chicken
yeah,
it's a little bit more cheaper, I would say.
yeah,
And then they have sales there too.
yes,
They're the orange tang
yeah,
rolls. They always have that. Well, not always, but like sometimes they have on sale for like the original price is $12.99. They bring
yeah.
it $6.99, which is awesome. I get to buy like two. So yeah, I would say their prices are pretty good, I would say. So
Yeah. Okay.
what do you think about the? And also, do you think there should be more like grocery chains coming to Canada, other than the
I heard about that.
yeah?
I don't see the point as to why.
To bring more competition. You think?
Do we need more competition? Are we already stressing with the ones that we already have? Like, okay, hear me out. They're gonna cut. They're supposed to be lower cost grocery chains, right?
Right, yeah.
But how long will they attain being lower cost? If you want to factor in how much they have to pay for rent or if they have to pay to run the business in the store, yeah, they're changed. They're going to come in with a lot of money. But what's it going to take for them to start competing with the big guys?
I mean,
and it goes back to me saying, there is so much to talk about when it comes to like grocery stores, because again,
right.
Where I live right now, the Walmart down the street, terrible groceries. But I have to go all the way to Woodbridge to the same store to get proper groceries. So like you also have, that's also a thing, like what area you're from, are they going to give you the best produce, right? I think that also matters highly, because I've been in that area for 8 years and I can see like the quality of food from getting it from a low income area versus being with
Okay,
that's my take.
all right, okay, interesting. Well,
Yeah. Okay. So
okay, so where were we? So we're moving
efficiencies,
efficiency.
effectiveness. Oh my gosh, removing the effectiveness defense in order to end anti-competitive mergers that raises prices and limit choices for Canadians.
Okay. And then empowering the competition bureau to block collaborations that stifle competitions and consumers' choice, including in situations where large grocers prevent smaller competitors from establishing operating nearby. So I do have what's it called? I'm trying to figure what the name of the bro. I can't remember now. Oh man. And it's very low cost prices, and oh god, Sal's Grocery. That's what it's called. Sal's Grocery.
Okay.
There you go. You take Ajax, Ontario, and it's very, very, very cheap. Very cheap. Shout out to Sal's Grocery in Ajax. Also, shout out to Dollarama. They're getting their more groceries, their dollar, what's it, the dollar bread.
Oh gosh, I'm like I should boycott Dollarama right now.
Why? Why do you say that? What's wrong with Dollarama?
This is off topic. Off topic. Be off record. I think right now, I think the owners, CEOs are trying. I don't know how far it is right now, but building a vacation home on a heritage site in St. Lucia right now, and St. Lucia government don't really have that much higher authority to stop it. I think, like, to sum it all up, I don't know the fine details, but boycott Dollarama, because why do they need to do that? Leave it alone.
Wow.
Like, you have all this money, you want to build a vacation home on top of a heritage site, just leave it alone. So, find another place. But yeah, boycott Dollarama for that portion.
Otherwise, I think Dollarama has decent prices in terms of their food.
Yes.
So, yeah, okay.
No judgment.
So, if you guys want to read the rest of the, that chapter, affordable grocery, rest of the lower cost of, let me see.
I do want to mention, if that's okay. I think there are some good things when it comes to lowering the budgets. As I was reading it, we were talking about cell phone plans and decreasing the prices. And in fact, like, they have decreased it depending on which provider you want to go through. I think right now, to better finances, lowering banking fees and get rid of junk fees is how they call it. Is so important. They're trying to also have accounts where you only have to pay $4 a month. They want to start giving people notification as to when your account is low balances, which I see some banks already doing that. And also, I think, which is really neat, is that I'm a fair game with NSFB. Those things drive me nuts, right?
NFTs? Oh, they're
NSF, like non-sufficient funds.
Yeah.
When I would pay it, like, I'd wake up in the morning and, like, I'm short a few dollars, and boom, I get a $50 fee. But right now, I think they're trying to, I think this may be implemented at the end of the year, where to give a consumer, about 72 hours to pay the difference that they're short on before you can attack them with a fee, or, if I'm mistaken, to attack the person with another NSF fee. And also not charging people double NSF fees when multiple things get bounced on the same day. Because it's a domino effect, right? When one misses, everything misses.
Okay, so I seen that they're capping it at $10. Is that?
Yeah, I think something. Or yeah, they want to cap it.
Okay.
At $10. So I think that's also a really good thing when it comes to lowering everyday things.
So enhancing free and affordable bank accounts. Okay. Yeah, that's, oh my gosh. Scotia TD are the worst for that.
Yeah, RBC, they're their best friends. They love that.
Oh my god. I understand they're paying real estate.
Yeah.
In real estate monthly, just to charge. Oh. But Jesus, that's why I switched to Wealthsimple.
Yes. Shout out to Wealthsimple. If you know, you know.
Yeah. So, like, I was always looking for, not lower, but actually low fee, because Tangerine at the time was charging fees, and then they said, we are no longer charging fees. I think that was like a few years ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes. And then, back in 2019 or 2020, I found out about Wealthsimple. So, yeah, that's good.
We love it. We love it here.
Yeah, that's good that, if these are applying to the big banks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It will help Canadians.
Yeah, it will help Canadians in the future. So that's good. That's good.
Yes. Okay, so the final topic.
The final topic. Okay.
Mhm.
So, let's get on to that one.
Yes.
So economic growth for every generation. So, where do you want to go on to first? You want to go on to the first one, boosting research, innovation, productivity, attracting investment, net zero economy, growing business to create more jobs, more a strong workforce for a strong economy.
We could do a strong workforce or a growing business. All right, so chapter 4.4, a strong workforce for a strong economy. Building an economy that is fair for everyone means making sure that every generation can seize the opportunities of the government's investments to grow the economy and create jobs. So investing in new jobs and skills supports for younger Canadians will help them get that first good job, or start their first business. Strengthening labor laws and safeguarding the rights of workers will help ensure more jobs are good jobs. Skills and education investments for the next generation of workers will lead to higher productivity and benefits businesses in Canada and looking to invest in Canada, who can tap into a robust, highly skilled workforce. The federal government's generational job creating investments today laid the groundwork for a brighter tomorrow where good job opportunities are available to everyone. So currently, their key ongoing actions is helping over 1 million Canadians each year upgrade their skills and find new jobs by investing nearly $3 billion annually in Canada's labor market, development agreements and workforce development agreements with provinces and territories, supporting a trades workforce that is skilled, inclusive, certified, and productive through the Canadian apprenticeship strategy, equipping close to 100,000 Canadian workers with the skills they need by increasing access to union-led training through the Union Training and Innovation Program since 2019 to 2020, and supporting over 45,000 apprentices through interest-free Canada Apprentice loans since 2018 to 19. That's a lot. Introducing labor requirements for prevailing unions, wages, and apprenticeship opportunities in most major economic investment tax credits to ensure Canadian workers thrive in the growing clean economy, ensuring workers have time to recover when they get sick by providing 10 days of paid sick leave for all federally regulated workers.
Did Ford apply that, or
Ford took it away?
Oh, he took it away. Oh, love that.
He only kept it for full-time workers, where part-time workers at first we had 2, but he took it away. I don't know why, because there's not much full-time jobs out here where part-timers have to work millions of jobs to create full-time hours for their own personal needs. That's my take.
Well, I'm shaking my head to that one. Why did he do that?
Right. And then last, it's banning the use of replacement workers during a strike or lockout in federally regulated workplaces to protect workers' right to strike and support a fair collective bargaining progress during labor disputes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And also,
sorry?
Empower young entrepreneurs.
Where are we? Yes. Yes. Empowering Young Entrepreneurs, Futurepreneurs Canada is a national not-for-profit organization that provides young entrepreneurs with access to financing, mentorship, and other business supports to help them launch and grow their businesses. For over 2 decades, Futurepreneurs Canada's program and offerings supported by $161.5 million in federal funding have helped over 17,700 young entrepreneurs to launch more than 13,900 businesses across the country, supporting thousands of jobs since its inception. And to empower young entrepreneurs, budget 2024 proposes to provide 60 million over 5 years starting in 2024-2025 term for Futurepreneurs Canada. Futurepreneur Canada will match this federal investment with funding received from other orders of government and private sector partners. By 2029, Futurepreneur Canada estimates this investment will enable an estimated 6,250 additional youth-owned businesses to launch and scale up their businesses.
Nice. But yeah, shout outs to Ecovesto. I don't know if you know what that is from Romana.
No, I don't.
Basically crowdfunding investing
Okay.
for like, you know, people who want to invest like 100 to, you know, $10,000.
Yeah.
So there's another one called Front Founder. They also open the gate for Canadians to invest from $100 to $500 to even
Wow.
1,000.
That sounds cool.
You know, like, because before then, you know, you get these big, you know, billionaires investing into like, you know, big businesses such as, you know, just say like something like a Tesla or whatever, and
Yeah.
people who have low income didn't really invest into something like that in the past. So shout outs to Ecovesto, to Front Founder, even the American version of those two, Refounder as well. So they're making everyday Canadians feel like entrepreneurs. So
Yeah.
even Adi Invest.
That I have on.
Hmm?
I remember you taught me Adidas
Yeah,
way back, and I never got into it. But I get the newsletters.
Oh
But I
yeah,
get so interested.
yeah. Well, it's basically, if Kickstarter was a real estate, basically Kickstarter crowdfunding, so you get to invest into any property that they invest into, and then,
Yeah.
and then they just put it on live on their website, and then they let a lot of the Canadians invest into these properties. So you can invest from $1 to, you know, 100. Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it makes you feel like you're a real estate investor. So shout outs to them too. So like, yeah, Canada's growing in terms of their entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
I
So
agree.
yeah. So what did you learn today, Mona? Out of all the federal, you know, budget, these 3 topics from the federal budget 2024.
I think the one that I'm most excited about is actually the 2 is waiting for July to see my advanced worker check. And I'm really excited to see NSF fees and these fees going down. I think if we're talking about helping the new generation, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, Gen whatever, millennials, trying to save, like right now, like I'm turning 30 this year. I'm still learning finances. But with being backtracked with COVID and poor financial decisions and then learning about finances and all this back and forth, I think that really puts a good stepping stone to the generation to not worry about having big fees, because that's a lot of money now, because that essentially will take how many hours of a minimum wage worker to pay off an NSF fee. Now think about if it was multiple NSF fees for that same day.
I agree.
That's a whole week paycheck, right? Especially if you're a student.
Yeah.
Right? So yeah.
I do agree. That's one thing to be excited about too. To get those fees for those large banks, and also for me, it's once again the entrepreneur. I like future Canadians invest into, you know,
their startup.
Yeah, startups, small businesses, etc. So for them to even grow further in the future for Canada is a step in the right direction. So
yes.
Yeah.
That is good. Yeah, no, my sister, she's an entrepreneur. So I wish her all the best when it comes to her business because it's not easy.
Oh no, it's not. It's really not easy at all. So, if you guys want to learn more about the federal Canada budget 2024, we'll have it in the description. So this ends this episode of the Next Tape podcast. The Next Tape podcast is available on all streaming platforms, like I just said. We also have a website called solo.to/Next Tape podcast. Tanyka usually does this part.
Tanyka,
You're
you're truly missed.
Hi, me, Tanyka, coming in to help because I think Mikel was a little bit of a struggle bus with the social medias, but I'm here to help. So we are on Facebook and Instagram at Next Take Podcast, and we are on TikTok and Twitter at Next Take Pod.
I'll always call it Twitter. I don't care what people say.
Yeah, I will always call it Twitter.
Yeah.
As well as we also have a contact. Email us at mikeltanika@gmail.com. Remember, mikeltanika@gmail.com. So, we talked about the Canada Federal Budget 2024. Me and Romana, we learned decent amount, from this federal budget. We talked about affordable housing, lower costs, and the economic growth as well. So pretty good topics to talk about. Like I said, if you guys want to, there's 8 chapters in this federal budget. We just covered like 3 of them. We'll have it onto the description onto this episode. And so you can just click to it, read, and feed yourself with a lot of knowledge of what's happening in Canada. So yeah, that's basically it. Anything else you want to say, Ramona, before we cap it up?
No, thank you for having me, though I'm shy. Thank you.
You're not that shy. You're pretty good when it comes to doing
Conversating.
conversations and doing podcasting and every single thing. We'll have you on.
Yeah. Thank you.
And I'll have you on anytime that I have a topic to talk about as well. So yeah.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Well,
Wrapping it up.
So I'm Mikel and
Ramona.
we're out until next week.
Take care.
Or next time.
Thanks.